These are the lucky ones. They made it across the mountains after the bombs hit, after the mines exploded. Some of those Russian mines looked like toys.
Like a bird?
Yes.
What color was it?
Yes, greenish.
With wings, with little wings?
Yeah.
He is Rasul, 23 years old. He stepped on the toy green bird 4 months ago in Jalalabad, a city on the Afghan end of the Khyber Pass. The surgeon told me he'll have to have his right foot amputated. They are anti-personnel mines. The Soviets dropped them from helicopters and jets in the Afghan fields, in the villages, and in the mountain passes through which the refugees flee to escape the bombing raids. The surgeon in this hospital is Dr. Sajjad. The hospital was built by the Afghan resistance group called Jamiat-e-Islami. The International Red Cross also treats the Afghan war wounded at the Pakistan border in mobile units and in hospitals in Peshawar. And there are the walking wounded, the refugees. An incredible 4 million Afghans have fled their war-torn homeland in the past 5 years, about 25% of the entire population. Some of them have settled in, built walls around their refugee tents, set up shop in border town bazaars. But most of them live like these newcomers who recently fled the Soviet Spring Offensive. Rich and I were smuggled into this camp on the Afghan border. It's off limits to journalists. This camp is called Yakahan. It's located near the Afghan border. 5,000 refugees live here. Hundreds have no shelter but blankets thrown over sticks. There is no medical care. There are no latrines. Water is only available 5 hours a day. There isn't enough. There are no schools, no mosques, no kerosene, no firewood, not even a tree for miles around. These people all have a similar story. For 9 days and nights they fled the Russian gunships, crossing the rugged mountains of the Hindu Kush, dragging their children, bleeding and crying, barefoot. For 3 days they had nothing to eat until they came to the first mountain village where they could beg for food.
I'm a widow. I lost my husband.
This widow lost her 2 grown sons to the Russians. She, her 2 small daughters, and an 11-year-old son fled the battle last month. They could carry with them only 3 quilts. When I told her I was sorry, she said, "Don't be. It's the whole nation. All Afghan mothers have lost their sons." Every child has been hurt by this war. With charcoal from their family fires, they etch their pain in graffiti on their tent walls. But in the faces of these children, you can see their hardships haven't crushed them.